quick heads up I'd like to let you guys know about. You'll probably learn a thing or two, so I hope you're able to make it. It's going to be Hey everyone, how's it going? So the past few days I've gone surfing towards the ending of the day, and every time after I catch 1 or 2 waves, thunder rolls in. Thunder, 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 and then it starts raining later on, so I've had to cut my surf sessions short. But today it's about the middle of the day, really blazing hot sun out. Not gonna go surfing because I'll get sunburned right now, but I'm just gonna go for a cruise around in the jungle, see what we find, maybe I'd like to find some animals. That's the goal today. Maybe little birds, maybe little, I don't know. Any types of little animals would always be cool. The reason I don't like surfing when there's a storm rolling through is because if you're out in the open, it's a lot more dangerous, especially if there's lightning and stuff. So try to avoid that the best I can. But let's get going. This way or that way? This way. We're going this way. It's always nice to see the sleepy plants. Ooh, sleepy, sleepy. What is that? It's like a floating flower. Check out that sunflare. Okay, enough of the sunflares. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so about maybe 1 or few months ago, it was really dry everywhere. So it was really hard to find water. Like, I'm sure it was even difficult for like the monkeys and different animals to find water to drink. But now, it's hard to go a few feet, more than a few feet, without coming across some type of water. Whether that's a river, or a little pond, or a leaf that's just gathered some water. Like, look at that. I'm sure now all the different animals have a much easier time finding their water. But the downside to that is the mosquitoes. Darn mosquitoes. I don't know the purpose of mosquitoes, but I don't know if they have any good reason. So in one of my last videos, I showed this spider that is this exact type of... mosquito on my leg! One of you guys was asking, what is the name... mosquito again! What is the name of this spider? Well, that spider right there is known as the fancy spider. I believe I answered that a little while ago, but for any of you new around here, that is known as the fancy spider. They do look pretty fancy. They have like these little spikes around them. They're pretty cool. So, some days I just do these really fast edits through any nature or wildlife shots I got. But I think sometimes it's fun to do this live commentary where, like, this is not a voiceover. I'm actually talking as I'm filming this stuff. Got some purple flowers, some yellow flowers, and I feel like these types of videos can sometimes be fun because it's like live in the moment. Got a little moth that just showed up over here, getting some pollen or something from this flower. So let me know. Do you guys like this? Is live commentary cool? Where I'm talking about what I'm seeing and if I know the name of it or anything live. Let me know if this is cool. I think I film sunflowers sometimes a bit too much. You see those little sparkles? I think that's like little particles of something on my camera's lens. Got some leaves. What is that? Okay, that might be some type of worm or eggs or something. I mean, the plant's a little too high for me to reach, but interesting. This right here is some type of bean. A few times I've planted beans, just like taken a bean and placed it in some water, and that's totally what it looks like. But this might be some type of bean from this tree. This one right here. Potentially. Because I know these trees that are these really big ones with these massive branches, these trees have these little beans, and that's their seed. Some type of species of bananas. That is just a crazy looking tree. The way the tree is just like huge, ginormous, but then it has these super nice vines with super nice leaves growing up it. The vines are really what make this tree look so amazing. Definitely worthy of a picture. Like that, sideways. Just framing the shot. Should we use rule of thirds or not? No rule of thirds. And that right there will probably end up on my Instagram. Most likely. Some stickers. Mosquito! Ah! I got the mosquito. Nice one, too. You see what I'm talking about? There is water everywhere. This live commentary is so fun. You know, you can do voiceovers, and that can be cool because you can plan out what you're going to say. But there's something about when it's live. When you're talking in the moment, I feel like you can just tell by like the way I'm talking or like as I'm saying stuff perfectly timed. Because it's live. So with lighting, a lot of the times you try to have the sun from behind the camera. But right now, the light is right in front of me. But it adds this really cool effect where whatever you're filming has this glow around the edges. It's just a cool look. For certain times, like if you have a leaf, you see the way the leaf is like glowing because the light is passing through it. That is very cool, I think. I did see an animal in that general direction, but it kind of just like vanished. I saw it and then I looked away and then I looked back and it was gone. Not sure what I heard, but I heard something. I hear some branches falling. Oh, it's some monkeys. So there may have been a monkey down here on the ground because I saw something running across. Sometimes the monkeys come down to the ground down here, but then they run up the trees really quickly because, well, monkey's advantage is to be up in a tree. Way more difficult to catch them, especially. Alright, so these monkeys are howler monkeys. The reason I can tell that is by their movement and by their color. So there's two common monkeys around this area. The howler monkey and the white-faced monkey. Howler one, totally brown, very dark. They move very slowly. And then there's these other ones called white-faced monkeys, which have a white face, as the name would suggest. Those ones are like acrobats. They'll swing and jump and be super fast. These ones are capable of being fast, but they're a bit more mellow. Okay, so that's a little baby monkey right there. Sometimes you'll see a monkey climbing through the trees, jumping, and there's like this teeny tiny little baby monkey holding on on the back. It's pretty cool. And the thing with howler monkeys is they tend to travel in a pack. So if you find one, a lot of the times you can look to another direction and you may find another one. But a little tip is to try to not hang out right underneath them because they have been known to pee and poop on top of people. Just saying. To me, monkeys are just like one of the coolest animals. The way they can just travel distances over rivers, over jungle, through towns, if there's trees for them to go through. That's why I think I like climbing trees. But like, these monkeys are so high up in this tree. I'm surprised I'm even able to film them way up there. That's a solid 100, 200 feet, I would say. I think that could totally pass like an earring. Okay, gonna kick. So you see that? That was a quick picture, potentially for social medias, depending on how it looks. If you're interesting, you can make simple things look interesting. All I was using was my ear and the sun. You can. Most of everyone should be able to find your ear and the sun, I think. Anyways, I'll answer a quick question. A few of you have been like, Atua, how come your parents let you go out on these adventures and stuff? Like, wouldn't they not want you to go out or stuff? And my advice for someone is like, maybe your parents ask you to do a chore or ask you, oh, you got to do the dishes and clean your room and do this and that, and then you just don't do it. You end up you don't do it, and they're like, why didn't you do the dish? You're like, oh, I didn't feel like it. And then maybe the next day you're like, oh, can I go out to hang out with my friends or go on this adventure? They're gonna think back, well, when I asked you to do the dishes, you wouldn't do them. When I asked you to clean your room, you didn't clean your room. I don't know if I should let you go out. So that's the way that I think of it. So when my parents ask me to do something, just do it, get it over with, and then maybe I'm not saying that if your parents ask you to do something and then you do it, that doesn't mean they're going to let you go on adventures and stuff. But when your parents ask you to do a chore or something, if you just do it and not argue and bicker and stuff, then I don't know if bicker is the right word, just argue. There's a much better chance of them letting you go out and do stuff, because when they ask you to help out doing something, you just do it. So that's my advice for any few kids wondering what to do. So yeah, just be willing to help out. Gives you much better chances of being allowed to go out and do stuff. But on a snack note, we're gonna have this fruit. I'm so bad with remembering names of stuff. Sometimes someone will tell me, oh yeah, that fruit's called this, and the next day I won't remember it. I don't know what it is, but I think it's like a maracuya or something. But I go through these phases where sometimes I'll really like this one fruit or a type of food, and then I just like won't like it for a while, and then all of a sudden I'll love it again. It's all in my mind. Just gotta really admire these trees. This tree has probably been around for most likely decades. Maybe not centuries, but decades. Just in that one spot, growing and growing and growing. Look at where it's reached. Check this out. You could get inspiration from basically anything. This tree just held its ground, and look at where it is now. Boom. There's your positive quote. Are you serious? Like, come on. You're out adventuring or something, and you bring a spray can to spray can on a tree? That is so not cool. Like what? Pointing at the ground. So dumb. Another river. Actually, this is the first river, but I doubt there's normally a river here. Some moth. Another moth. Lots of moths. So many moths. You know what's funny is even in the reflection of water, there's still a depth. Like, you'd think if you focus right on the water, everything would be in focus because the reflection's coming off the water. But surprisingly not. You have to focus further past the water, even though the reflection's in the water, to see the water, which makes no sense. Oh. There's some strange things on this planet that make no sense. You come up with your own ideas on how things make sense and how things don't make sense. I believe that right there is known as a elephant ear. All I know is those plants, I think they call the leaves like elephant ears or something, because they're just massive leaves for the size of the plant. It totally goes an elephant ear. Quick heads up I'd like to let you guys know about. So if you remember, about 2 or so weeks ago, I did a live stream on my channel. It was myself, Luther, Oliver, and Orion, and we did a live stream for about 1 hour covering different topics about starting a YouTube channel, gaining confidence in front of a camera, coming up with a topic, all that different stuff. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. It'll be in the description. And we said we'd be doing more in the future, but maybe with different young creators who maybe have an expertise in that topic. So the next stream is going to be hosted on Luther's YouTube channel, The Young Filmmaker, and it's going to be tomorrow. But not tomorrow in case this video goes up past after 12. It's going to be on Sunday at 2 p.m. Costa Rica time. I'll also leave a link to a website where you can compare, you can check out, see what time that'll be in your time zone, since you may have a different time zone. So it's going to be myself, Luther, Oliver, and another YouTuber, young creator. His name's Max, and his YouTube channel is Valley Films. So we have myself, Tuamoy, Luther from The Young Filmmaker, Oliver from Oliver the Joy Boy, and Max from Valley Films. And the topic for this stream is going to be, whoa. The topic is going to be storytelling, coming up with a story. So we're all going to be giving our ideas, our experiences with telling stories, what advice we have. You'll probably learn a thing or two. So I hope you're able to make it. It's going to be on Sunday. And yeah. Oh yeah, today's positive quote is, you don't have to see the entire staircase, you just have to take the first step. What this quote means to me is that whether it's for starting growing your YouTube channel or going on a massive hike, maybe you're gonna go on this hike and I keep losing my balance. This camera is putting me off balance. Maybe you're gonna go for this crazy hike and it's like 200 miles and you're like, this is impossible. I can't see the end of this hike. Well, that's fine. You just have to take the first step, get started, and at some point you will be able to see the end. So there's no need to be able to see the entire future, how it's gonna roll out. You just have to get started and get going. Remember to keep always doing awesome stuff. See you guys tomorrow, hopefully at the live stream and future videos and all that fun stuff. Bang! Oh yes, and I almost forgot. I doubt that comment section at the bottom of this video was designed for people to comment first or second or third. Pretty sure it's designed to have conversations, you guys ask questions and stuff, so if you have a question, leave it with hashtag #AskAtua, and let me know if you like that in the moment, live commentary type video stuff. Some noise back there, probably nothing, probably a squirrel. Okay, see you guys in the next one. Bang! We already did that, so we don't need to do it again. If you want to see other recent videos, click here. And if you like my work and what I'm doing, please consider visiting my Patreon page. You can support me for as little as $1 and gain access to live streams, exclusive videos, and more. Click below or link in the description.